It is exactly 4 p.m. here in Nairobi. Thank you so much for joining News Now, where we tell you all the stories that are making headlines right now. And it starts now with the highlights. The highlights. The busy Thika Town metropolitan area risks facing a major transport disruption after local matatu operators issue a strike notice, citing increased fees and harassment from the Kiambu County officials.
Lakini sasa hivi tunaambiwa ya kwamba tutaanza kulipa shilingi 3,500 ambao tumekubaliana kama wanabiashara wa matatu. Haitawezekana.
Also, a local MP in Busia County has ordered the ban of nighttime funeral wakes, popularly known as disco matanga, blaming the practice for a high number of teenage pregnancies in the area.
Ikipatikana kipasa sauti kwa matanga, inabebwa paka na mwenyewe kotini.
And it is an East African affair this evening as Nairobi Fight Night begins, as Kenyan boxing talents touch gloves with the regional counterparts in a battle for supremacy. Welcome once again to this live broadcast. My name is Hibak Said. To start us off, the Ministry of Health now seeks to reach out to all Kenyans, including those from the minority groups, to ensure they are onboarded into the new health scheme, SHA. To facilitate the registration process, the Social Health Authority has established a customer center to address any issues and utilizing various channels to communicate with the public.
This government, it's all about we are leaving no one behind. Even the minority, we are going for them. And in the coming weeks, I believe in 2 weeks, we'll be visiting the far-to-reach areas, the Turkana, etc., to ensure that we are able to map out, we are engaging the governors and seeing how we can support and intervene to improve facility capacity.
So far, we have been monitoring the individuals who've been using it. Waziri mentioned about 13,000 households or principal members who have actually registered. We've been monitoring the individuals who've been using it, and so far, the estimated premiums from this platform is about 543 shillings per household per month.
Now, matatu drivers operating in and around Thika have issued a strike notice over increased fees and alleged harassment by Kiambu County officials. They warn of halting operations if the county government doesn't address their grievances, which were raised a week ago during protests. The drivers, led by their chairman James Thuo and Peter Ngige, claim fees have been hiked from 1,900 Kenyan shillings to 3,500 shillings and accuse the county of favoritism by allowing certain Nairobi SACCOs to drop passengers in Thika despite local regulations. They also highlight poor road conditions with potholes in key areas causing vehicle damage. The drivers have given the county 7 days to respond to their demands.
Awali tunalipa shilingi 1,900, lakini sasa hivi tunaambiwa ya kwamba tutaanza kulipa shilingi 3,500 ambao tumekubaliana kama wanabiashara wa matatu. Haitawezekana kwa sababu ya hali ngumu ya maisha ambayo tunayokabiliana nayo. Pili ni ya kwamba kuna pesa ambayo tunaambiwa tulipe, ya kwamba tunajiandikisha upya katika yale mashimo ambayo tumetengewa na serikali yetu, ambayo tumekubaliana ya kwamba ilikuwa ni 50,000 na tumekubaliana ya kwamba hatutakuwa tunalipa. Pia tunajulishwa ya kwamba tutakuwa tunalipa pesa ambayo ni kama ya utangazaji wa biashara yetu, na sisi tunasema ya kwamba sisi hatufanyi utangazaji wa biashara zetu, ili hali tunapeana mwelekeo kwa wale abiria ambao tunawapea usafiri ya usafiri, kwa sababu tunabeba ama gari zetu zinabeba watu wazee na wengine ni vijana ambao tunawaonyesha ya kwamba gari yetu, kwa mfano kama gari ni ya Nairobi, anaona ni gari gani inaenda Nairobi Express, na kama ni gari ya kupitia jiani, kama inaenda ikishukisha zile sehemu ambazo zinaelekea Nairobi.
Barabara zile tunafanyia stages yetu, kama main stage imejaa mashimo. Barabara ya kutoka Thika kwenda Katito imejaa mashimo. Tunalipanga council levy na hii council levy tunalipa ndio tusaidiwe pahali tunafanyia kazi.
Elsewhere, residents of Tana Delta's villages face starvation and a high risk of diseases due to seawater intrusion that has damaged their farmlands and freshwater supply. The intrusion, worsened by flooding, has left villages like Ozi, Chara and Bilissa without clean water. Residents are forced to travel long distances for fresh water, often crossing dangerous crocodile-infested channels, and the saline water has spread over 20 kilometers, devastating agricultural land. Locals blame the National Environmental Management Authority, NEMA, for not creating a buffer zone, despite a 30 million shilling budget allocated in 2019, leaving their livelihoods and health at severe risk. Garsen MP Ali Wario has called for urgent intervention to block the seawater flow.
Maji ni mbaya. Zamani maji mzuri, lakini sasa imeharibika. Na mimi ni kizere. Na wajukuu watoto wangu yote wameolewa. Wale wajukuu nikimwambia nichoteni maji, watachota hii ya mkondo. Huoga mimi kupikia siwezi. Nataka chai siwezi kupikia. Shida tulionayo ni kizere ni hii. Huku na kuna usiku silali kabisa. Silali usiku. Huku na mili mzima. Na mtu wa kunisaidia sina. Kila mtu na wake yao na vijana zao. Hawaondoe nenda nikachotei maji. Mojawe huja kunichotea. Hukosa kabisa hiyo maji. Kamwambia hii maji si mzuri, mimi usiku silali jamani. Watoto hucheka. Sasa nitafanyaje? Hamuwezi kuniangalia?
Hatari kubwa sana inafanyika. Kuna mambo inaitwa sea intrusion. Maji ya bahari imeanza kuingia katika delta. Sehemu za malisho ya ng'ombe, sehemu za mashamba, sehemu za wananchi kupata maji. Maji ya bahari imechanganyika, imeleta athari kubwa sana. Sasa hivi vile tunaongea inaleta mpaka mambo ya diarrhea, cholera. Kwa sababu watu wanakunywa maji imechanganyika, maji ya chumvi na yale maji tamu.
All right. Now, the Ministry of Cooperatives and MSME Principal Secretary Susan Mangeni has urged Kenyans to gain access to insurance products to better protect their livelihoods, invest in their futures, and contribute to the stability of their communities.
That's a photo moment right there. There you go.
Some companies like Premium, they don't insure.
Okay, Madam Beatrice, what was your first encounter with? You can be clapping even as this happens.
At the heart of our ministry's mandate lies the vital mission of formulating comprehensive investment and private sector development policies focused on those that are underserved and unserved by the traditional financial services industry. We are driven by the goal of creating an environment that nurtures entrepreneurial endeavors, propels economic growth, and empowers every level of Kenyan society.
We've always been doing the innovative, time-consuming work of really building the affordable insurance market in Kenya. However, this license now enables us to do even more and to properly design the products that we want without relying upon the other underwriters in the market to be able to do what we know the customers want us to do. So we're deeply grateful to the government of Kenya for fostering an enabling environment for microinsurance, and we look forward to continue to collaborate with the IRA as a key partner in this journey.
Basically, why we wanted to get this microinsurance is that we wanted people who will increase availability of those services to as many people as possible, distribute it cheaply and with a quick turnaround. And if you were to look at the law, we provided that once somebody has launched a claim, you must pay within 10 days.
Now, the Member of Parliament for Teso South, Mary Emase, has issued a stern warning to all chiefs in the Teso South constituency, strictly prohibiting the holding of disco matanga events, which have been identified as a major cause of teenage pregnancies in the area. Speaking at Simbachai Market during a public partnership event with NGCDF regarding development plans, Emase called on the OCPD to be vigilant and ensure that unlicensed operators running disco matanga events in the region are arrested.
Mimi nitaongea na OCS. Mimi chiefs sitaongea na nini tena. Nitaongea na OCS wa Mugura, nitaongea na OCS wa Dongosi. Ikipatikana kipasa sauti kwa matanga, inabebwa paka na mwenyewe kotini. Kwa sababu sitakubali watoto kukosa masomo ati wako disco mata, na hata huyo chifu wa hiyo area ataandikiwa barua. Sababu wewe umeshindwa na si tumeelewana? Si Mungu hapa ngao? Hakuna kitu kingine tutaongea. Sasa wewe ngurunguru tu hapo na mtoto yako ndiye anapata hapo mimba, kesho arudi kwa shule. Ndio msimamo yangu kwa hiyo mambo ya disco matanga.
Kuingi na amani hapa msiki Simbachai hapa Pokori. Kwa inawika ikiwika hatulala tupatinga amani. Tangi ilikuwa hapa kwa siku 5 ama kwa wiki moja, watoto hawana amani, hawasomi. Hata saa hizi tukisema hivyo wanaguru.
Now, in an ongoing nationwide operation, one person has been detained and over 400 kilos of banned pesticides impounded. The suspect has been operating in Samburu and Marsabit counties. Following this, the National Pesticide Control Board has issued a warning to all business entities involved in selling of farm inputs that have either been banned or imported into the country without permits. Speaking at Marsabit Police Station, where the suspect is detained, the board has pledged to take action on businesses that contravenes this order, threatening to cancel their licenses in addition to legal action and take their licenses when caught.
Kuna inspector wetu wako sehemu zote za nchi wanafanya hii kazi, na wale wanauza hizi ndawa ni onyo kali kwao, tutawafikia. Vile vile wale wanaziunda tutawafikia, na wale wanazitumia pia ni marufuku kutumia ndawa kama hizi. Sasa hiyo operation inaendelea na imekafanyika ile miezi 2 imepita na tunaendelea. Na watu ambao wamepatiwa leseni ya kufanya hii biashara na inafanyika, yote anakuja ofisi yetu atapatiwa leseni. Lakini akipatikana na ndawa haramu ambayo hajasajiliwa Kenya, hiyo license yake inatolewa hapo hapo na anastakiwa na hiyo makosa. Hata kuna sheria tena tuko naye, hata hiyo nduka tuko una uwezo kama Pesco Toponders Board kufunga mlango na hiyo biashara inasimamishwa.
Now, Eldoret High Court Judge Ruben Nyakundi has sentenced David Ekai and Leta Kalumi to 35 years in prison for the murder of Kenyan-born Ugandan athlete Benjamin Kiplagat. The two men, despite damning CCTV evidence, maintained their innocence throughout the trial. Kiplagat, who represented Uganda internationally, was killed on the night of December 31st, 2023. His death shocked both the Kenyan and Ugandan athletic communities.
It's a matter which is clearly, which does clearly demonstrate that the perpetrators of this caliber of homicide premeditated, planned in consent to execute this murder against 36 persons. There was no evidence of self-defense. There was no evidence of provocation as provided for respectively under Section 17. Persons of sound mind set out themselves and take the life of another, which is not recognizable under the Constitution or under the statute, then this court must rise up to the occasion and pass the appropriate sentence. We see as a consequence of this, Peter and David.
The Coalition of Human Rights Defenders in Mathare have condemned the rise of femicide cases in the country while urging the president to set femicide a national disaster and do a judicial review on all the cases related to femicide. In addition, they have called upon the government to ensure safety of residents all over the country and take action on the perpetrators. As of now, they have also called upon members of parliament to address this issue as it has been rejected for a long time.
It is not enough to ask women to be careful who they relate to. It is the state responsibility to ensure security for all and take action on the perpetrators.
We are calling on the president to declare femicide a national disaster and also calling for a judicial review of all matters relating to femicide to ensure justice.
It is therefore not sufficient to have gender CS when duty bearers take no tangible action resulting in